The holidays are right around the corner, so let's talk about a gift guide for YouTubers. Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Nick Polkowski, and on this channel we talk all about live streaming and YouTube and video just in general. And in this one, I want to jump in and talk about a gift guide of kind of a few items that I put together that I think would be great for any YouTuber in your life. This is going to kind of be a little all over the board of different items. So some of them will be more practical, but they're just and lower price, like stocking stuffers, to bigger items as well. And this is just a great gift guide for any of those videographers or YouTubers that you have in your life. And the first item I want to talk about is the Canon M50. So if you have someone who is right now shooting on a phone or just some other like point and shoot camera, this is going to be a great little upgrade if they're looking to take things to that kind of next level. And Canon just released their Mark II, their second version of the M50. This is the original one, but I'm really excited about that second version because especially now where we're doing a lot of video conferences and live streaming, that M50, the new one, this Mark II, has a clean HDMI out, which this one doesn't. So this one is difficult to use if you want to connect like a capture card to it. You really can't do that right now because it'll have all of the information that's displayed on the screen will be there, whereas where the other one will have a clean HDMI signal out, so you could easily use that as a webcam. Canon does have the ability to they do have an app where you can use many of their cameras as a webcam using a USB device, but a lot of times when you're going kind of that higher level live streaming, you're going to want something, you're not going to be able to use that as an option. So definitely check out this little M50. It will shoot in 4K, but it does a really good job of 1080p. It's a great camera to start. It's really the biggest camera, the camera I've been using until I got the EOS R. It was one of my first cameras and really, really enjoyed this. You're able to make some amazing videos with it, so highly recommend checking this out. And you're going to find links to everything that I talk about here in the description. Those are affiliate links, so if you go check it out, it's actually a really great way to support the channel. If you make any purchase from there, it's not any extra for you, but it just helps support me and helps me make more videos on this channel. The next item I wanted to mention is the Insta360 1X2. Insta360 1X2. This is a 360 camera that is waterproof. It's kind of a 360 action camera, if you will. You're going to be able to do some really cool, really interesting shots with this. I am going to be doing a full breakdown of this camera here in the future on this channel, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But this is something that can really unlock a lot of the creativity for that video maker in your life. It allows you to do just shots and different things that you're not otherwise able to do. It kind of can give almost that personal drone kind of effect if you use it in one way. For me, I don't actually produce a lot of full 360 videos where people can kind of scroll around. What it allows me to do is to actually go ahead and capture that full 360, but then narrow in on the specific spot that I want. So I can, if there is a lot of action happening, we can shift from one frame to another, and I can take people along and highlight those exact things. That's what this camera allows you to do, and it's a really great tool for any video maker out there. Now let's talk drones. I am a big fan of drones. I'll use them all the time when making videos for clients. And you can see actually back here I have the Mavic Pro right there. But DJI just released their brand new it's their DJI Mini 2. This is a big upgrade it's a nice upgrade to their smallest drone, and this is a drone that you don't need any special certification to be able to fly. It's just under that weight limit. And at around $400, $500, it's a great kind of price point to get into the drone world. Highly recommend checking that out if you have someone who might be interested in getting some drone shots. Drones are just very versatile, and this Mavic Mini, this DJI Mini, is going to be a really great tool for a lot of filmmakers. And it's so small that it's it's obviously thicker, but it's about the size of an iPhone in terms of actual length and width. So it's really portable, really easy to throw in that gear bag, to throw in that camera bag, and take with you wherever you might be going as you're kind of exploring the world and trying to create some new interesting shots. So it's a great way to take that professional level, that professionalism up another level, and allow your YouTuber to create some amazing shots that way. All right, so every item we've been talking about so far has been in that couple $100 range at least, around that $300, $400, $500 mark. Now I want to talk about something kind of on the other end, but is just as useful, in fact, probably more useful than many of those items, is these little red cable ties. I love these things. I use these for every piece of cable that is around the office that I use for traveling, carrying around. It's just a great way to kind of quickly tie something together. You can just quickly loop them and then use the little thing here, and you can quickly tie anything. It adjusts really nicely, and they just work amazing. In my book, this is a must-have for anybody out there who has to deal with a lot of cables, honestly, and deals with a lot of video equipment or electronic equipment. Love these red cable ties. You can get them in packs of 10 on eBay. There's several different brands out there. I'll link again below to a couple that I really like that I found to be high quality. So go check those out. It makes for a great stocking stuffer. The next item I want to mention is something that I'm actually using right now, which is a mini monitor. These are really awesome. They can fit on top of a camera if somebody's walking around and just going to be a little bit bigger than the screen that's on the back of the camera, or some cameras don't have a flip-out LCD screen. This mini monitor is going to allow you to see things a little bit better. I use it a lot when live streaming or with some of my live streaming gear. I also have some videos coming out of how I use it with a teleprompter and to be able to see a Zoom call directly and talk directly to people that way. These monitors are just great. There's several different brands out there. These are this one here. Again, I'll link below, but it is the NEEWER monitor. 7-inch one. It's really great. Works just super well for what I wanted it to do. There are nicer ones out there. There's like Ninjas, and then there's Small HD has some great ones as well. Honestly, if you can find any of those are some great brands. I really like this one, not too expensive, and it's a great way to kind of upgrade your video kit. All right, next, let's talk lighting. Lighting is one of the best ways to raise the video quality of everything you're producing, whether that's on an iPhone or a really nice camera. If you have solid lighting, the image is going to look better. And it's one of the areas that I highly recommend people, even when you're getting started, invest in. It's going to be one of the things, probably after audio, it's going to be one of the things that I think you should spend your money on. Lots of different lighting options out there. I want to mention this one right here. It is the SOKANI, I can't really say the name very well. It's the SOKANI X60. This is a really great light, especially for the price point. Still, by far, my favorite lights are the APUTURE, like the APUTURE 120D. That's actually what's lighting me over here. That's my favorite light, but that's also a very expensive light. You're talking around like the $700 mark. This is around the like $150 mark at the high end. So I really like this light. It's going to be kind of that great piece that will help elevate the videos that people are making. So go check this one out. And with lighting, sound is going to be a huge piece of any video, and that goes for both the spoken audio, but also any music or sound effects. Just kind of the sound design of a video is going to be extremely important. And that's where I recommend checking out a service called EPIDEMIC Sound. This is an amazing library of music that's royalty-free that you're going to be able to use on your YouTube videos. It's a subscription service, so that's where buying somebody a subscription for a gift would be an awesome gift because they're going to be able to use it on any of their projects. It also has a huge library of sound effects. It's where I get all my music and sound effects for my personal videos, for my client videos. That's the resource I go, EPIDEMIC Sound. And then the other element of sound is, of course, the spoken word, the actual audio track for your video file. And that's where I recommend looking into the Rode VIDEOMICRO. Rode has lots of options for mics. This one is their VideoMic Pro Plus. Really like this one. But honestly, if you are going with something like the M50 or another camera like that, or if that's the camera that they have, this size camera that they have, this Rode VIDEOMICRO, it's not going to be as good a quality, in my opinion, as the Pro Plus. But for the price point, it's an amazing quality mic. That one's going to run around the $50, $60 mark, where this you're getting up to $200, $300. So I highly recommend checking that out. It'll be a great gift to really up the audio quality of any production there. And if you know they do a lot of like sit down videos like this right here, that could also be where you buy an extra long cable for them to plug in so that they can boom things out. Because like right now, I have a mic right here. This is actually where the mic is for me. It's on a boom pole, so it's closer to me versus having it on the camera. So even looking at a boom pole, and I'll put a quick little, a cheaper boom pole kit in the description as well. That's a bonus gift, if you will, if you want to include that as a package with their Rode VIDEOMICRO. Now, in any video, background is going to be extremely important. And as we mentioned, lighting is just a huge piece of that. So I want to recommend the APUTURE MCs. They come in a couple different varieties. You can get them individually, or you can get them in a 4-pack, or into a big 12-pack kit. And what these are is just smaller. Here, actually, let me show you. They are these small little lights that are really awesome. They have little dials on the side to adjust brightness. You can see we're adjusting, that's actually color temperature. So it will adjust the color temperature right on the actual device if you're using that. Or let's get back to the right one. And then you can adjust brightness right here. But in addition to that, and I don't have this all set up, so I should quickly try to do that, you can actually, and where I would recommend they could use this is either as background elements, like I have a couple, I have one there, I had that one there. I have a couple as background pieces, but it's also possible to use that as your main light if they're in a smaller space. Just put it off camera a little bit. It will come with a little diffuser to help that, to help diffuse the light so it looks a little nicer. But these are really versatile. They have magnets on the back so they can stick to anything metal, which is really cool. It can work really well. You are also going to be able to link these with you can link them all together and control them with an app on your phone. So you're able to bring up and kind of control all the lights. You can see they all changed. And that includes going ahead and changing the colors. You can change really to any color you want. You can take a picture and grab the color from that picture in order to change the colors there. So they're just a really, really cool app that's going to allow a really cool set of lights that will allow you to do lots of unique and creative elements. So if they have a specific mood they want to set, you're going to be able to do all of that right here from this cool app. So I highly recommend you check this out. These little lights are awesome. Really love them. And with the APUTURE lights, you can actually, like I mentioned, you can get them in kits, little cases, and that case will actually charge right in the case. They can charge wirelessly in that case, which is really neat. They just thought about a lot of these things, but even getting started with one of those and putting it on a little tripod or something like that, attaching it next, or a hot shoe on top of the camera is going to be a great way to up the quality of your videos. Now, speaking of attaching it to a little tripod, I wanted to recommend one tripod right here, actually. This one right here. You can see it's actually holding the monitor right now, but I want to recommend this thing, which is the SWITCHPOD. So this is a really cool, we're going to unplug that for now. This is a really cool tripod that works really well. So just imagine this is a camera. Works really well for vlogging, things like that. If people are talking directly to the camera but want to be able to hold their camera a little bit away so they can get better frame. Or if they're on the go and need to set it down somewhere, you just flip out the legs, and then this becomes a nice sturdy tripod that you can set your camera on and talk directly to. So that's, and at a solid price point, I want to say it's around $100. It's a nice gift that's super well constructed, so it's going to last a long time. That is probably the second most tripod I use the most. Next to the one that is here, which is kind of, again, that bonus. It's significantly more, it's a significant more investment, but it is the Peak Design travel tripod. That Peak Design travel tripod is the one I use the most. Super lightweight, compacts to really small, so I keep it in my bag all the time. And then that SWITCHPOD is something that I'll use quite regularly, especially if I know I'm going to be specifically going out to do some vlogging or something like that. I'll take the SWITCHPOD with me. Both are great options, and really recommend that you add those to your gift list for that YouTuber in your life. And that's a solid list of 10 plus items for any YouTuber or video creator in your life. Be sure to check them out. I definitely think you'll find some that will work well for that person, for that individual. Also, if you want a few more ideas, check out this video right here. It is my live streamers gift guide where I go through a few other items, a few other softwares for that live streamer in your life. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video.